Paul and I are going to run some errands. He's driving today, going to be my chauffeur, I guess, or tour guide, one of the two.
A little bit of both.
Good morning. I'm in Fresno, California, and I'm staying at a friend Paul's. I just met Paul yesterday. He's one of the subscribers to my channel, and he has this fabulous shop and yard here, and just is in. Paul is passionate about his projects. A lot of them are fabrication and rebuilding cars and things like that. He's been a subscriber to my channel for a long time, and so he was excited to meet me, and he really wants to help me out with the step van. So we should be able to get a lot of things done here. I'll probably be here for 4 or 5 days, and I'm gonna head inside to his house. I'm actually parked here in his yard here, and I slept here last night. It was really fabulous. Paul tells me that he makes a mean egg sandwich, so I said I'm all for it. I'd love to try it. So he made me an egg sandwich, and this ups the level several levels beyond my egg sandwiches. Let me show you. It's a round sandwich, and it's perfect. It's like restaurant perfect. There's a sausage, a round egg, the roll. That's pretty fabulous. Paul and I are going to run some errands. He's driving today, going to be my chauffeur, I guess, or tour guide, one of the two.
A little bit of both.
We're headed out. I'm going to get to go to a salvage yard for the first time in my life, and I'm going to be initiated here by Paul. He's going to show me all the ropes, so I'll learn all the secret lingo, the things to know, the things to say, the things to do. He's going to teach me the walk, and we're going to stop past his mechanic and find out if they can take a scope and run it down into the front of the engine on the step van to see if the killer dowel pin washer, tab washer, is actually installed or not. So I don't know if that's possible, but we're going to talk to his mechanic and see, because that would be a brilliant solution to that situation. And we got a couple other errands, but anyway, we're going to hit the road. And our first stop today is at Napa Auto Parts. Trying to get some brake lines for the step van so that I can track down this caliper issue that's going on. So we're gonna go inside. Well, we struck out here. They said they can't find the brake lines, that we have to actually pull them off the vehicle and bring them in, or they suggested we go to Freightliner and ask them for a part number, then we can bring the part number in. So anyway, on to stop number 2. All right, where are we going? Where's stop number 2?
It's right down the street here.
And what are we going to see?
We need to get a seal for a toilet.
Okay, we're working on a toilet bathroom project for Paul today, and we need a seal ring that goes between the tank and the bowl.
Right.
Okay, so we got to track that down. A 1960s standard something?
Toilet, right.
Standard toilet. So that's our next quest. We found Paul's part here at this parts place. On to the next place. We just arrived at the auto mechanics, and we're going to try to find out if you can put an actual scope down the front of the gear casing on the Cummins diesel to see if the killer dowel pin washer tab is installed or not, which is a big question on my step van. I need to do a video at some point on the killer dowel pin. It's a little pin that pops out through vibration, and the repair is putting a little washer with a tab on a bolt right next to it, so that tab will cover over the top of that pin so that it doesn't vibrate out. So that's what we're trying to do some research on today. We've arrived at the Freightliner dealership here, and we're going to go inside, see if we can find some brake lines over here. You can see my reflection. There was a big line in there, so we decided to table this one and come back on another day. We're going to head to a salvage yard next. We just arrived in an auto salvage yard, and Paul tells me I can't take my camera in there, which is not so fun, because I really wanted to go in my first time ever into a salvage yard and to bring it inside and show you what it's all about. He tells me there's a $2 ticket cost to get in, and then we find the parts and we can come back later with tools if we find something we want, if we need to come back and get it. So you look for a number of items. We're looking for a jump seat for the step van. We're looking for some auto parts. I've got a little nut that I need for the oil pressure sensor. A few other things that we're going to be looking for. A door handle for my back door. And mostly just for the experience of being here. I'm going to head inside. We finished up the salvage yard, had a lot of fun. This is my first time ever in a salvage yard, and I had Paul over here teaching me the ropes, learning all the ins and outs of how they work. It was absolutely fascinating. They had, what, 4 or 5 step vans in there, and so we were able to go through those, and we didn't buy anything this time, but found a few things maybe to go back for. Some dash knobs to replace broken knobs I have, and maybe a oil pressure gauge for the dash. So a few items of interest, and we might go back for those, but I'm sort of tired and wiped and getting hungry, so I think it's time to go back and get some lunch. Paul has his own shop and yard here, and he has 3 step vans inside of his yard behind his shop. So he's got 2 that are Grumman Olsons over here, and then this one here, I'm not sure what brand this is, but anyway, so he's offered to let me have some parts out of the step vans here. So I'm going down, and we found a partition that goes behind the driver's seat, and it's right here, the same exact driver's seat I have, and then there's a metal partition with the expanded metal, this sort of diamond shaped pattern that goes right behind the driver's seat. And it looks just perfect for my step van. We measured it. It's the exact same dimensions. This is a Grumman Olson step van here. So we're gonna pull this out of here and move it over to my step van. Okay, we've got the screws out, and we're going to take a rubber mallet, and I'm going to try whacking this thing a few times on the top, and hopefully this will come loose up here. That's loose and hitting the seat now. We almost have it out. It's released on the top, loose up here, and on the bottom, this is the one right here that is a broken screw head, so we got to grind that down or release it somehow. Oh, we got the partition out. It's over here. We're going to take it over to my step van and just do some measurements, make sure it's going to fit, but it looks like perfect size. I'm in Starbucks editing this video now, and I apologize again. I am terrible at doing outros and wrapping up my vlogs. We decided not to install the panel that evening or while I was at Paul's, and just to put it inside the step van so that I can install it down in Lake Havasu during the van build. So anyway, that's all we did for the day. We decided to wrap it up and have dinner. Thank you for watching. Savor the moment. See you next episode.